Hey everyone, welcome back. In this Excel tutorial, we are going to learn how you can hide and unhide rows within Excel sheet, and also we will understand how to hide and unhide non-sequential rows and columns. So this is very basic tutorial. So if you're absolutely new to Excel, this will be really helpful, and we will cover from very basic and the advanced topic. So it will be a complete tutorial from the basic till advanced. So if you are the person who already knows all these concepts, I would recommend to go and watch the advanced sections of this course. So now let's quickly go back and see how you can hide the rows. And the purpose of hiding the rows is something similar to what it is in terms of columns. Say for example, you do not want to share, or you do not want to make the rows visible to someone, or when you print the rows. Say for example, these 4 rows I do not want to appear in the print, so I can simply hide these. So select all of these 4. So you just hover over or click on one of that, just left click on your mouse and then select, just drag, and it will keep selecting the number of rows that you want to select. Say for example, I want to hide the row number from 7 to 13. I'll select all of that and right click and click on hide. Okay, so now you will see in the numbering as well, you will see 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then you can see that the numbering starts from 14 15. Right now, if you go to the preview, so if I go to file and print, and you will see that it doesn't show the rows that we have hidden. Right, so if we go back, let's say row number 6 is mid-market, and then there is a small business after that. Right, so let's hide this one as well, so that we can see that mid-market and government is there, and then small business is hidden. So right click, hide, and let's go to print, and you will see that there is mid-market and government, so a small business has been hidden. So when you now print, it won't show any of the hidden rows, and you can share this data to someone with whom you do not want to share all the relevant rows or columns, etc. Okay, so this is the whole purpose and how you are going to hide the rows. Now unhiding the rows is absolutely similar. So you simply have to hover over, and you will see these this icon appears, which has 2 horizontal lines as it was in the columns, and there is a gap in between. Right, but if you hover a little more, you will see that the line becomes solid. Right, so if this is the case and you double click, it's not going to unhide any of the rows. But if you move your mouse a little bit, it will change the icon. And now if this is the icon that appears, that means that you can double click and it will unhide the row, and then again if I double click, it will keep unhiding the rows. Right, so that's how you will unhide the rows. The other option is you just hover over, make sure this little icon appears, right click and unhide. Okay, so that's the other way to basically unhide the rows. Okay, now say for example, I want to unhide all of them together. Okay, so I'll hide all of them. So I want to unhide all of the rows that are hidden between 6 to 13. I'll select this row 6 and 13. So you can just select, left click, and then maybe press Control and then the other, or just left click on your mouse and then drag and select the next row, which is 13. Right, and there are hidden rows in between. Then you simply right click and unhide, and it will unhide all the rows that were hidden between the row number 6 and row number 13. Okay, so this is one of the best ways to basically unhide the rows. Okay, so say for example, 4 rows are hidden here, and I simply just hover over and then try to unhide them. That will do in this way, because we have selected all 4 together and hidden them. But if say for example, I hide these 4 and then hide the other one here and then 2 other rows. Okay, and now I want to unhide all of them. So either I go one by one, so I just right click and click on unhide. This unhides these 2 rows. Then I go back and unhide the row that was selected here. Or I can altogether, say for example, I have hidden these 3 and then another 4. I want to unhide all of them. So just select the row above the rows that are hidden, and then press Shift on your keyboard and select the row below the last hidden row that you see. Right, so I'll select 20. So it will select all of that, and there are multiple ways. So with your mouse itself, you can left click on this row and then drag. So keeping your left click pressed, you can just drag up to row number 20 and drop it. Right, release the left click button and then right click and unhide. Okay, or I can select one of the row, press shift and then keep the shift pressed, bring to row number 20, left click on row number 20 and click on the row number 20. It will select all of the rows, right click and unhide. Okay, so you'll see all of the rows have been unhidden. So this is one of the way or some of the ways to hide and unhide the rows. Similarly, you can select multiple columns. Say for example, I do not want to hide sequential column. I want to hide column B and then I want to hide column D and H. Okay, so I can simply select column B, then press Control, select whichever other column you want to hide. Okay, so press Control and then left click on the column that you want to hide and keep Control pressed and I'll select left click on the column H. Okay, so this way we have selected 3 columns. So right click and hide and all these 3 columns will be hidden. Right, now if I want to basically unhide all the columns at once, so I'll select one of the column. Right, so we know there are hidden columns here in between A and C and then between C and E and then C, E and I as well. So we'll select A, column A, and then press shift and the last column between which you want to unhide the columns. Okay, then you simply right click, so hover over and you make sure that this vertical lines with the gap appear, then right click and unhide and you'll see all the columns have been unhidden all at once. Okay, so this is a brief introduction about the hiding and unhiding of rows and columns, hiding non-sequential rows and hiding non-sequential columns, and also how you can unhide rows and columns efficiently. That's all for this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.